I did my eyebrows, prep my skin, so I'm ready to get started. Today I did use I used my Best Damn Beauty as my moisturizer first. Then I used my Farsali drops as my primer. And because I like to use two things at once, I used the NYX Photo Primer, which I love this stuff, and I need to restock on it as well. And today I did set my face with the primer water by Smashbox, which I love this stuff. So here I'm just gonna use these two foundations that I've been trying out lately, and I've really been enjoying them. As well as I'm always using my L'Oreal Pro Matte that I love. I think I'm never gonna stop using it. So here you'll see me applying it everywhere and blending it out. I really love how this combination is wearing lately. I've been using it like non-stop every single day. I haven't even touched my Maybelline foundation, which I still love though. Going with the NYX HD concealer to cancel out my circles. Right there. Here I'm just gonna go ahead and blend out that concealer. It is like my skin tone, so I am using it to cancel out all the dark circles or any dark spots that I may have. So I make sure that I blend that in really good first before I blend in my highlighting concealer, because I don't want it to be cakey. So that's I layer a lot of things, but I keep blending a lot, you know. So here I was looking for my brush, and this is a Real Techniques brush. It's a blending brush that I used for blending out my concealer under my brow bone and my eyeshadow base as well. So this is a lighter concealer than the one I use to cancel out my dark circles. So this is the shade lighter than that. So you can see me here. Fast forward real quick where I'm going to apply it and blend it out. Like I said, I really love this step. It cleans out my brow pretty good when I need to get my eyebrows done. I actually needed to get my eyebrows done in this video, so that's why I did that. And it works really good as an eyeshadow base. So it's a new method that I've been trying out, and so far I really like it. So no complaints. And it does increase as well, so it makes my eyeshadow look really good too. And just get in the inner corner and everything. My shade tape, and this is going to highlight. We're running out here, it's hard. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and blend that out really good, because this is my last layer of concealer. This is my highlighting shade. So right after, I'm gonna go ahead and add some powder or bake. But yeah, I just always make sure that there's no creases. Like I do it on my chin because, you know, it's a highlighting point of the face. So I did it on my forehead, and then now I'm really going into that inner corner, as you could tell, because I could always tell when I miss a spot, and that really bothers me because I'm weird like that. So here I thought I was doing light baking or no baking, but I am really baking though. So now I'm just gonna go in with this Anastasia brush. Oh no, I'm sorry. This is a Soho brush from Walgreens. So it's a blending brush, and I'm gonna go in with the shade Blur. This is from the Melt Stack Cosmetics. I don't know which stack this is actually, but I really like this shade to set my eyelids and blend my eyeshadow, because this is a blending shade as well. So I really set that really good to go in with my shadow. Use the Shayla City Mini palette, and I am going to use this Sony Keshik brush, and I'm just going to use this top shade right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and use that shade to set my brow bone for the highlight concealer that I put right there. So since I don't want that to crease as well. And that's a Sonia Kashuk brush from Target as well. This is a holiday collection brush. So here, I don't know what I was talking about the brushes, but I'm just gonna go in with the Anastasia brush that came in one of my palettes. It's really good brush, so I always use it for anything. And I'm gonna go in with the shade Unseen from the Melt Stack Cosmetics Shadows. And I'm just gonna go ahead and add that on the outer V like so. And I really love this shade because this is a great crease shade, blending shade, first layer shade, anything shade. So I use this shade every day, so I'm already touching pan in it, and I definitely have a backup already, so I'm always ready. And then just make sure you blend that out really good, the edges, and then you'll see me doing the same thing on the other side. Sometimes I just wear this shadow with my everyday look makeup, and everybody asks me what I'm wearing, and it's just this shadow only. So here I'm just going back in with the Shayla Mini City palette from Maybelline, and I'm just using the MAC 224 brush, and I'm just gonna go ahead and use that color in her palette to intensify that shade that I added already. What I'm doing is that I'm layering colors, and as I layer the colors, I'm just making them more intense and more vibrant rather than just going in with the one shade and it's a mess and it's not blended, and that's why it looks so harsh. So I spent a pretty good time blending as well on this one. So now we're gonna go into the Jaclyn Hill palette with Morphe, and I'm just gonna go ahead and use that foresty green shade in her palette to start off with the look. Pretty much this is the colors that inspire me to create this look. So you guys will see me here. It is a dark color, so I gotta go in like literally like a little bit at a time. And I'm sorry, my eyebrows need to be done. Like, I could tell that my left eye looks horrible, and you guys will see at the end of the video it gets better. But I'm just switching in between two brushes. I have two blending brushes. One is the MAC 224 brush, and then the other one is a smaller brush, which is the 526 from Morphe. It's a really precise blending brush. As you could tell, I really love that brush to apply darker colors when I need to not go in so harsh with one color, and that way I could have more control of the product, and not make a mess, like I keep saying, because this is why makeup comes out so harsh, because we need to be patient and sit here and blend for hours. So you could tell that in this clip right here, I'm going back and forth between the brushes to blend it out. I'm adding color with the smaller one, and then I blend it out a little bit, and then I blend it out a little bit more with the MAC 224. Just so it's not so overwhelming. And I am switching off with the City Mini palette that you guys will see me using. It also has a matte green shadow in it, so I'm pretty much mixing that with the shade with the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette color as well. So I really like the combination of those two colors, which they're almost the same, so you could just pick and use the one that you like, but you see it right there. So right here I'm just finishing off blending the shade, and it's actually the MAC 124 M124 that I'm using to apply my lid color. Those two shades, I mixed them from the City Mini palette, and I really like this brush for that step. So I'm just applying that color with to my lid, just dry, and then you will see that I actually sprayed the brush, and oh my god, when I sprayed the brush, I intensified those colors so much better, and I really liked it. So you'll see me doing that here in a second, because I'm trying to find the spray, both sides. Then one more time. You see those colors, how pretty they are and how glittery they are. I like them because they're not over the top glittery, and I wanted something like that. So you see how pretty that is, how gorgeous. Oh my god. And I applied it dry first because I wanted to set a base for them as well. And then now here I'm going in with my NYX photo filter powder, I believe. And I'm using that to set my face since now my foundation is dry. And I'm gonna go ahead and wipe away the baking powder as well. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and blend down my neck. Any creases, anything I would crease like around my nose. My forehead does get a little bit oily, so I'm gonna go ahead and set that and wipe it really good. Like wipe that powder really good under my eyes too, because sometimes I leak powder behind and I don't notice that until like I'm done. But I really take a good time blending my face as well, because I really love doing this step, since this is what makes my face look a lot more flawless and filtery like. So I promise we're almost done, but since I run out of my Black Radiance bronzer that I talked about in my last video, I'm just gonna go ahead and go in with the Duo one, which I really do like on its own. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go around my face with that, under my jawline, my forehead, pretty much everything that I want to be bronzed. I really take a good time going into that blending it, because if I don't, I will have a harsh line. I am also going in with my Bake bronzer too, since I'm not going to go ahead and use any blush. I do need to add a little bit more warmth, and it actually helps my skin look a lot more glowy too, besides adding highlight, because everybody's like, you're so glowy, you know. So this is a key, Bake bronzer. And I never liked Bake bronzer before, but I really do like it now. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and use the Balm bronzer that I have in my hand the whole video, and I'm just gonna use a little bit of that with this brush to go ahead and contour my nose, instead of my Hoola bronzer that I used last time. I still like my Hoola bronzer better because this was a little bit stronger, and I always try to make sure that the color is a little bit lighter and cool tone than what I need it to be, because once you put it on your nose, you know, it's strong. So this is why I use another brush to blend it out a little bit better. So I'm gonna use the goldy green shade from that mini palette as well. I really love this little palette, so I was so into it. And you create so many looks with it as well. So I'm gonna go back in with the other side of the Anastasia brush to go ahead and add that to my inner corner. And that's what I feel like what made it great, what gave it that pop and brought the look together. Because everything else is olive green, but just this little green yellowy highlighting shade, it just made the difference. So see what I'm talking about? Here I'm going in with my L'Oreal brow setting gel, which is going to go ahead and top off my brows. And then I'm going to go back in with my Maybelline. I really love Maybelline stuff lately, and I used to not like them before, so I'm really into it. And then the Maybelline highlighter with my Tarte fan brush. And I'm also going to use the highlighter that I have in my hand, the e.l.f. highlighter. I'm just going to mix it in with that a little bit to make it pop a little bit more, because it is a little bit more pinky than the Maybelline one. It's a little bit more on the goldy side. Hey guys, so this is my New Year's Eve look for this year. Since I didn't have time to create a Christmas look, I went ahead and used mainly the City Mini palette that I really wanted to use. I used it in a previous time, like actually a couple weeks ago. So I really wanted to create this look and show you guys how I achieved this. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe. Show me some love. Follow me on Instagram. And yeah, so I'll be posting some more videos at the end of this. So let me know what you guys think about that.